Today's episode is going to be episode 1 of the accountability report, hashtag the accountability report, where I'm going to speak on some problematic content I've seen on YouTube that had me shocked.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
Hey everybody, welcome to A Pop of Culture. I am your host, Esoteric and Facetious, and this is A Pop of Culture, where I speak on pop culture, social justice, and human experience from a Black, bisexual, millennial perspective. Everything, and I mean everything I say, should be taken with a grain of salt, as I'm simply a recent college grad with access to a recording device and the internet. With that being said, my shouldn't be your sole reason to critique my views unless it's truly relevant. If you disagree with anything I say, let's have a civil conversation in the comment section below. Before I get into the commentary, I want to shout out my cover channel. I have a cover channel, Pop of Culture Sings, where I sing throwback R&B, contemporary R&B, pop music, whatever I'm feeling, whatever you're feeling. So if you can be down like Brandy, if you're down with the click, and if you're not down with my click RP Aaliyah, definitely feel free to check that channel out. So today we're going to be talking about a video I found extremely problematic and why. And this is not to bash the creator who made this content, but it's just to make them aware and their audience aware. Hey, these are some critiques. These are some issues that I see with this person's content. So let's start. So the first video I wanted to discuss is Queen Chioma's video on the Claremont twins. Is called Botched Claremont Twins Exposed. I apologize if I mispronounced her name. I just heard her announced in the video and I tried to pronounce it that way. But anyways, in her video, she critiques the Claremont twins, who are popular influencers who've gained a following online. I'm not the most familiar with the Claremont twins, which is actually why I clicked on the video. I saw Claremont twins and I knew that they were popular. A lot of people on social media talk about them, so I wanted to watch a video to learn more information about them. And the YouTuber who uploaded the video, I'm pretty sure I've seen like her thumbnails and stuff, so I knew that she did commentary style content, so I wanted to check it out. I actually saw a thumbnail where something was recommended to me where it said DaBaby did not deserve backlash, unpopular opinion. So I didn't click on that video even though it was recommended to me, because for someone to say that DaBaby did not deserve backlash is ridiculous. He said homophobic things. He said inaccurate things about people living with HIV. So to say that he didn't deserve the backlash he got, I'm like, what's going on with that? But I didn't click on that video because I didn't want to set myself up to see some homophobia or some co-signing of homophobia. Even though I wouldn't be shocked if that was a clickbaity title that was intended to use the outrage and shock that people would have at seeing her say that in the title and description and the thumbnail in order to get more views. So back to the video on the Claremont twins. So apparently somebody took a picture of the Claremont twins while they were at the airport. Of course, this picture was taken without their consent. They're not even aware that the photo is being taken of them. Let's start there. But I guess you could also make the point, if you're a public figure who has made a brand out of being known in the public by people, that getting your picture taken with and without your consent is a part of the gig. Anyways, the photo shows them in what you could call their natural state. It doesn't look like they're wearing that much makeup, and it shows their lips from a certain angle. And from this angle, their lips look very unflattering. Their lips look very unnatural. She decides to use this picture that these women did not consent to as a way to bash them and women getting plastic surgery in general. And I was very upset when I watched this video, and I'll break down why. Before I get into that, I want to address the fact, obviously I'm a man, so the way I experience the world is going to be different than the way Queen Chioma and women experience the world. So I'm not trying to speak over her experience or tell her or any woman how to feel about things, but I do want to share my perspective. And as a man, I also have societal pressures and, beauty standards and things to uphold. So I just want to address that, the elephant in the room, before we go any further in this conversation. So let's get into it. So the problem I had with Queen, I'm going to call her Queen so I don't mess up her name. The problem I have with Queen's content is she's one of those people, at least from what I see in this video, who when discussing things like plastic surgery and body modification, has this very narrow perspective. The one and only reason why women get plastic surgery is to conform to beauty standards.
We are really in a sick day and age where people think that manipulating your body to conform to a standard of unrealistic beauty and artificial beauty is literally goals. And it honestly bothers me, not because I'm a hater like people like to say, but because the type of mindset that this puts on the future society, like kids that are younger, as well as younger women who are consuming these images and consuming the imagery that they see, it really serves as a detriment. And it's like when you speak out against it for whatever reason, people always like to tell you that you're a hater, you're a pick-me, and that you should be uplifting women and supporting women. How about we tell people to not support, uplift, and be so positive towards things that are not worth uplifting, supporting, and being positive towards?
And she does this weird doublespeak thing where she tries to say the politically correct thing of, oh, you do what you want in your body. And, it's if that's what you want to do in order to feel good about yourself, you do that.
It's like, honestly, there has to be a line that you draw when it comes to this stuff. Nobody is saying that plastic surgery or having a nip and tuck or any form of procedures that is dealing with beauty is wrong.
But seconds after she says that, she returns to programming as usual and continues to bash plastic surgery.
I'm gonna be real. Some people want me to just do this whole uplifting and, they're still beautiful women. I just don't foresee that. Like, I don't see these women as anything to exemplify as it relates to beauty. And from this picture, although it is kind of grainy and blurry, you can clearly see that these girls look a hot mess. And people are gonna say it's hating and putting down black women and whatever, but look at their faces, look at their bodies, look at their lips, look at everything, even look at their hair installations.
And here's my thing. I hate this thing that people do where they lie intentionally or unintentionally in order to, I guess, make everybody happy. In my opinion, in her video, she is very anti-plastic surgery and body modification. But she sprinkles in these little things like, oh, well, if it makes you feel confident in yourself, then you get it. But the problem is, if you carry this belief that the only reason why people get plastic surgery is to conform to beauty norms and beauty standards, then you can't simultaneously believe that if people want to get something to feel more confident about themselves, that's great for them, because you already have this pre-existing bias as to why people get plastic surgery. And this goes into one of my big issues on women critiquing other women getting plastic surgery. And not just women, but people. But I feel like I see more people online who are women critiquing other people online who are women who get plastic surgery. Queen places herself as the moral superior in this situation. She acts as if, because she has not gotten plastic surgery, she's better than these women.
No, nobody's saying they're perfect, but we're definitely saying we don't look like that because you're botched, okay? You're botched. When your face and your body does not look human and does not look some form of natural, and even if it doesn't look natural, it doesn't look adequately or minorly enhanced, you're botched, okay? It is what it is. I don't think the Clermont twins are satisfied because without the makeup, without the filters, without the designer, without the wigs, they look terrible. So the Clermont twins clearly have botched faces. I talked about this in the previous video. They've changed their whole entire body, and there's a limit to how much you can do that's going to be deemed as okay, we see you, you've done enough, you look great. And then when you go borderline crazy, that's what they're at now.
So there's this in-group and out-group thing that she does where us, the women who have not gotten plastic surgery, we need to stick together. This whole pressure, get plastic surgery and, conform to the beauty standard. We all need to, not conform, and we need to stay here, be strong, resist the temptation or urge. And here's my problem. The pressures to conform to certain beauty standards are there for everybody, including people who went under the knife. And I hate this way that people alienate people who've gotten plastic surgery. There's this idea that the Clermont twins have crossed this line and now they're in their own island. They're in their own land, and, we don't even talk about them. We just judge them as they walk by when we see them in pictures and things of that sort. Because they made the choice to get plastic surgery, which is a choice that anybody can make with their own bodies and their own money. Now it's okay to ridicule the way they look. Now here's my thing. I understand plastic surgery is a big decision, and I think it's something that people need to take seriously. So I don't necessarily see an issue with bringing light to the fact that sometimes people who get plastic surgery might end up looking unflattering or unnatural. I don't think there's an issue with bringing a light to the fact that, hey, maybe you should reconsider getting plastic surgery, because maybe if you look deep inside, you'll realize that the way that you already look is good enough for you. I don't see an issue with people making sure that people think extra hard before they get a operation that could impact a lot of different things in their life. But in my opinion, Queen doesn't really go that far. She doesn't really talk about the risks that come with plastic surgery. The main thing she talks about is how she finds that the Clermont twins look unattractive, unnatural, and that they're botched. She literally uses the word botched. And in my opinion, this comes off as mean girl behavior. This comes off as, I'm better than them because I haven't gotten plastic surgery. Women who get plastic surgery are beneath me. And I hate this behavior because, in my opinion, it's another way to divide a group of people. When we make all these little distinctions in in-group and out-group, we're not helping anybody. Because the thing is, the Clermont twins are still women who have insecurities, who still deal with those pressures. And don't you think a bad surgery or a surgery that a lot of people find unflattering is going to impact their mental health? Like, I just hate this idea that I see over and over and over again, where the second a woman gets plastic surgery, now her looks can be critiqued. Her looks can be made a joke out of. And it's so not cool, because these women are still women, just like you, who are trying to make it in society. And I'm not saying the Clermont twins are problematic. I've seen that some people say they're scammers, they're this or that. And I'm not saying that they aren't, because I'm not that aware of the Clermont twins and their brand. But my thing is this: they didn't do anything to deserve this. All they did was sit in an airport with their lips that they got from plastic surgery. So for someone to upload a video calling them botched, what good did this do? I believe the point of this video was to spread awareness of the fact that plastic surgery can turn out in unflattering ways. But the problem is, I don't think the video ever arrived at that point. The video only existed to place Queen and non-plastic surgery women on a pedestal, while putting women who have gotten plastic surgery, especially plastic surgery that we deem unnatural or unflattering, as beneath them. And I just want to say that as a man, like, who's just on the outside looking in, I just feel like this behavior, it's kind of like those women who judge women who don't wear makeup or who do wear makeup. These women who judge these other women for not having this or for doing this. I feel like there's so much bonding and solidarity that these women could share if they would realize, hey, just because this other woman got plastic surgery doesn't mean now I have to treat her like a social pariah. It doesn't mean that I have to judge her. There's this weird shaming that goes on where people who don't have a BBL have this sense of pride of not being somebody who has a BBL, of, oh, well, this is all natural. Or this, oh, well, at least I never had to go under the knife to feel good about myself. And it's just this problem of, you're no better than somebody who went under the knife to get plastic surgery. And if the only way you can feel better about yourself is by making people who did go get plastic surgery, making them feel like they're less than and making them feel like they sit under you, if that's the only way you can feel good about yourself, then you have some issues you need to resolve. And I feel like nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the fact that this elitism that people have over not getting plastic surgery is also an issue. And I want to talk about that. Because I feel like there's this idea, because here's the thing, beauty standards exist and pressures to conform do exist. But the problem is, I feel like there's this weird overcorrection that I'm seeing going on. It's like those Instagram versus reality things where people will try to find the most unflattering picture of Tana Mojo that isn't the picture she posted online. The idea is trying to show reality and show that it's okay if you don't look like what this Instagram model that you aspire to be like looks like, because even she doesn't look like that. However, there is this weird thing that goes on when I see stuff like this, because it's like there is no concern for how it may make that woman feel. Like, the idea is we're going to protect the audience by showing them what's real, but there's no thought given to, hey, maybe this woman who was insecure or who just, wanted to show herself in a certain light or a certain image, maybe she doesn't want these unretouched photos or, these unflattering angles. To clarify, I'm not saying that unretouched photos are inherently unflattering or that quote-unquote natural bodies are unflattering, but often when influencers post photos, especially photos like swimsuit photos, they post pictures where they do things like extending their torso, so they're not emphasizing the belly fat they have. Sometimes when I see Instagram versus reality posts, I see how influencers have actually altered the photo and altered their body. But sometimes it's literally just them showing the influencer caught off guard on camera in a hunched over position where, of course, their belly fat's going to look more exaggerated. And the post will be like, ha, see, I told you that their body doesn't look like this. And it's like, that's not showing quote unquote reality. That's just catching somebody in a bad take. I don't know. I feel like there's a happy middle ground where we can bring awareness to the fact that not everything's real, while also protecting the people. Just because someone facetunes a photo or gets plastic surgery doesn't mean that somehow now they're a part of the bad group. They're a part of the group that deserves to be shamed for what they look like or what they do. And on this segment, I want to also offer solutions. My suggestion for Queen would be for her to realize that people like the Clermont twins, they are also women, and you don't have to like every single thing that they've done, but you need to realize if you're going to be making a platform for women or Black women, hey, I shouldn't just come on camera and attack people. Even if these women have chosen to make different choices with their body, even if they've chosen to get certain operations that I wouldn't have done, they are no better than me and I am no better than them. And I think we have to just realize that, because, like I said, it's this tricky area of wanting to get people to realize, hey, I don't have to change my body to be beautiful, while also not bashing people who have changed their body. It's this very delicate balance that you have to have. I'll give an example. When talking about HIV prevention, there is this awkward line to walk where you don't want to shame people who have gotten HIV, but you also want to help those who do not have HIV to have all the access to all the resources to prevent it. I believe the key to conversations between HIV positive and HIV negative people and people who've had plastic surgery versus people who've not had plastic surgery is remembering all of us are humans who have unique experiences and stories that deserve to be heard and understood. I don't know what's going on in Queen Chioma's life where she feels the need to attack women who have had an image of them uploaded online without their consent, but I hope that she processes that and works through that. Because it's not a good look to attack people who've literally done nothing to you. The only person that they've done stuff to is themselves. They decided to go under the knife. And if that's what they want to look like, if that's what makes them happy, that's their business and not yours. And for you to profit off of that, not really feeling that. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Thanks so much for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye. If you like this video, if you made it to this point in the video, comment a thumbs up emoji below or still here if you are still here. Subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to hit that bell so you're the first to know when I upload new content. I upload new content every week. And if you're enjoying yourself, and why wouldn't you be enjoying yourself? To the left, there's a playlist of all my video essay podcasts. I have 24 and counting. In the center is a button to subscribe if you just haven't had a chance to subscribe and you would like to. And to the right is a playlist of all of my covers and parodies. So if you are wanting to check those out, feel free to do so. And if you want to support me, if you want to support the show, first and foremost, a non-financial way you can support is just through sharing this video. I can make the thumbnails, I can, make the titles, I can do the tags and do keyword research. One of the best ways that I can grow my brand is through y'all sharing this content with other people who like this type of content, because I nor you can control the algorithm, but I can control the quality of the content I make, and y'all can, if you enjoy the content, share with people who can like it, so that way, if y'all are feeling it, it's getting put out there, whether, you know, the algorithm favors it or not. Somebody's gonna see it because you resonated with it and you resonated with me, and now you're sharing it with other people. So if that's a non-financial way you can support the channel, and if you do want to support the channel financially, my Cash App is linked in the description of this video. You know, I'm trying to, you know, upgrade my production quality and just, you know, keep growing and expanding and, you know, doing bigger and better. So if you want to help and support that vision, feel free to do so. All those who donate to the channel will be featured in the credits of all of my videos on both of my channels. Thanks so much for watching. Love you all. Bye bye. See you next time.